two little updates on this Greeves. I don't know if you remember, but when I first fitted these brake shoes in here, that was a real struggle to actually get that in there. I did skim a little bit off the discs, off the inside of the drum, just to clean them up a little bit, but this was hardly, there was hardly any movement in that. That was, I don't know, a couple of mil, and that was just going tight. Someone did suggest that was too tight. So now I have plenty of movement there, probably a bit too much, but we can take the slack up. Yeah, so all I did was remove the little steel caps, steel ends off these two shoes. I mean, obviously that's straight onto aluminium there, so that's probably going to wear a bit quick, or quicker than it would do, but then either that is going to wear, or the shoes are going to wear. Something's going to wear. So yeah, at least that does fit in there now, so that's that sorted out. Yeah, so that's that front wheel done. Oh, apart from tyre and tube and all that, but yeah, spokes all come out nicely after a lot of mucking about, but we got there. So yeah, that's all basically ready to go. Right, the other little thing I need to look at is we were leaking oil from here when I put some oil in the gearbox. So there should be an O-ring behind there. I've got a little gasket set. That must be the O-ring. That other one there, I'll have to look in the book whether that's meant to go in here, although I wasn't actually getting a leak from around there. I'll just check that one as well, I think. But this one is just held on with a circlip steel washer, so I'll take those off and see what is behind. Right, let's get this little circlip off if we can. Need some bigger circlip pliers, I think. Oh, there we go. Right, circlip, washer, and nothing. That's what's behind there. Look at that. Which would explain why it's leaking. No, it wasn't actually a bad leak, it was just a little bit of a seep, really. Right, we'll give that a little bit of a wipe. Right, I guess that's the one. It's a good fit. I think we're in. Washer. Yeah, now we have a little bit of a gonna be a struggle getting that circlip back on. This keeps wanting to pull back in. Right, let's find some better circuit pliers. Right, what I need to do is pull that and put that on at the same time. I might need to get a grip on there and pull that back, which means you probably won't be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to have to let's just see if this will actually pull this. Yeah, right, that'll give me a bit of extra grip. If I can get that on there. That on there. Pull that, push that. Easy. No, not so easy. Yeah. Tricky. Yeah, don't think that's going to work. If we can push it in, if I can just get it started, I think we'll be okay. Get an edge in. I wonder if you're meant to do this with the cover off. These ones didn't quite open far enough. I think that circlip might be a little bit worn. Sort of not quite going in. Right, I'll fiddle around with that and until I can get that in properly. Check that out and then see if we can get some oil back in the gearbox. Yeah, I did just check with the parts book. That should actually be like a little wire circlip, so I thought you can get them, so I ordered one. Although that probably would, this type would be okay, I'm sure. Except that would need a new one. That is a little bit worn, that one. It's lost its spring, so to speak. And the other thing is, put that up. This other O-ring, yeah, does go in there. That one there does just push in there. I won't put that one in for now, because just in case it falls out, basically, until I get the actual Kickstarter fitted, which I don't need to fit that just yet. It's probably only going to get in the way, so I'll leave that one. I don't think there was anything actually leaking from there. I don't think there was any oil actually leaking from there, so I'm not sure how far the oil level comes up. If it doesn't come up that far, I might just put a bit of oil in it just to make sure this one isn't leaking, or I could just wait till I get the new circlip. Yeah, so yeah, I've ordered that with some other bits and pieces. Clutch cable I haven't got, so I ordered one of them. Yeah, so that is about it for there. At least I know why that was leaking. No O-ring, doesn't help. Yeah. Yeah, so that's about it with the engine for now, I think. What else was I going to do? Oh yes, I'll probably get the headstock bearings in now. Have a little, I need to just clean up the seats first, but they can go in, and I might even put the dampers and that, put the forks together, assemble them ready. Now I know where I am with that. Yeah, so I will get on and do some other little things as well. Right, let's get these head race bearings in. So these are 07100S/07210X. Now, only problem is I haven't got one of these to fit there. Next one down is too small, but that's okay. That will fit the outside of that. This is aluminium, so we should be okay. And the other thing is, I'm just going to do it in the press. Probably could hammer it in, just a bit more civilized in it. It can take the whole front end of the Greaves frame off, so we can actually just hold it and press it in. So well, that is the way I will do it. Let's just get this set up, move the camera over. Right, let's do the top one first. Hopefully get this done before the battery go flat. So what I've really got to concentrate on is keeping this square. Right, hold that there. Got a little bit cocked. Yeah, looks like it. No, a bit more over the back. That's trouble, once it go off, it's hard to get it back on again. That's in. Once that's straightened up, that was there. Right, are we right the way in? I think we might be there. Yeah, I don't think that wanna go any more than that. Right, that's that one in. Oh, screen's gone off. Only for battery. Oh, we are still there. Right, that's that one in. So I'll now do the bottom one. Let's try and get this one square from the off. Bit of a lip there. Let me just dress that a bit. Right, I think I squared that up. Better. Well, that one went in much easier. Right, let's do the top yoke now. So this has this little cup thing, needs to go on first. bearing. Can't remember which one. When I took these to bits, one of these was really tight, and the other end was really loose. But I can't remember which one was which now. I'm going to need a little bit of a plate on there. Right, there's that one on. Now the other one, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this in the in the press or not. I'll have a look and see what we can do with that one. Yeah, can't get this in the press, so gonna have to be a bit more brutal with it. So this lower fork piece has this little dished spacer go on first. I suppose you could replace that with a more modern one with a rubber seal all around it, but that's what came off it. That's what we put back. Right, I've got a feeling that this one was not so tight, so that won't be too bad. I'm not getting this on. He said, yeah, maybe not. I'm sure this one came off easier, you know. Square, probably a little bit up at the back here. Yeah, that's looking better. Suppose I should have put them in the freezer. A little bit more. Right, that should be there. That bottom washer is tight, so we should be fully down. Right, well, that's those both on. I think I'll fit the dampers now. Not sure of the correct method of assembly here, but I'm going to put the dampers in first and then put the link on, I think. So slide that up there. Let's see if we can find an hole. Which is quite tight fit. That is tight. Let's try in this one. Not that should be any different. Yeah, I don't seem to want to go. Right, let's find, I've still got the old ones. See if I can find the old ones and see what they measure up like. I don't seem to want to fit down the this in between the little bosses here. I assume that is the right way to go, that way. No, that does not want to fit. Well, I did get these in the end. Yeah, when I measured them against the old one, there was about 1/2 mil difference. So yeah, I just filed a little bit off the bush and that went in there. So those ends are done now. Yeah, I was a bit undecided as to whether to put the nut on the inside or the outside, but sort of looking through some old pictures, they do seem to be on the outside, so that's where I'll put them. So now I can go ahead and get this part in here. Yeah, without scratching the paint, hopefully. Right, so if I now get an inner bush in first. And there, if I get one in that side as well, that will just steady it a bit. A bit tight. Right, there we are. Yeah, I probably will have to go and touch up a few bits of paint. I've noticed I've got a couple of bits knocked off there. Yeah, once that's all done. Right, so let's get these in, which means lining up these. What is it? Do it this way. Lining up these little pegs and slots with these little pins that are in here. I did notice the I don't think you can get these anymore with this, with the pins in. The new ones seem to have a large dog cast, which means you have to have a large slot in there and also inside the bush, but these are what I've got, so that's what I'll use. Right, let's get a bolt through there. I think these are long enough. And I also could get some dome nuts. I'll just loosely put that on there for now. I think I might put some the right thread. Bit of a funny thread on that other one. Yeah, I don't know whether to use these or yeah, those are not going to tighten down. Actually, I will have to use these. Which they do seem to be on the drawings anyway. They do seem to be these. I just thought I might look neater with the dome nuts, but the bolts are slightly too long. I'm going to need a socket on the bag. Right, that'll just hold that in place for now. And for the other side. And just putting washers in as well. Get the top one in. A bit of a bugger to line up these. See if I can just get a bit of a twist in there, I think. Pull that way if I can. Will that reach? God, no it won't. If I pull on there, just need to pull it over a little bit. A little bit of tappy tap. No. Where are we going with this? Why don't you want to loosen that one off again? Perhaps that's just a little bit. It was. I guess everything is a little bit out of shape after years of being ragged around the field. Right. Still isn't quite in. I think I might have to do a little bit of tappy tap to get these in. It wants to go in a bit more. Yeah, it's probably be easier with the dogs, I reckon, rather than these pins. They are sort of they do go in at a bit of an angle. So the tighter you go, the tighter they go. Right. That side looks like it's pretty much there. And this one, still a little bit up. Yeah, that one. See, that's a little bit on the skew. Might have to do a bit of fiddling around. Might even need to clean the hole out a bit. Might be a bit too much paint in there. So I'll carry on fiddling around with that one, and then we need to attach the dampers to here. Right, dampers are in. I do need to get a shorter bolt for this. I've got 1 3/4, 2 1/4, but I need 2 inch. That's just sticking out too far, that's no good. And I have decided to put the brake plate that side, so I've just put my little piece on there, a stop for that, so I can't tighten that up yet until I actually assemble the wheel and everything in there, because that needs to be at the correct position. Yeah, so I'll just order some bolts. Oh yes, and I did actually find some shorter bolts, the bolts of the correct length to go in there, so I have put my dome nuts on there, which do look, I think, a little bit better. And that is what was on there. Yeah, that was the old one. Bit manky, but yeah, that was what was in there. Right. Yeah, unfortunately the old ones were actually short, the ones that were in there. Yeah, too short. They must be 1 3/4, which is probably why I ordered 1 3/4 to replace them with. But yeah, they do need to be 2 inch really. Time to get a lock nut on there. That's gonna stick out a bit far, so yeah, 2 inch would be perfect. So I just have to order some of them. Oh yeah, suspension, action. Yeah, quite stiff actually. I suppose that will bed in a little bit as it gets used. But, right, that is those together. Bearings are in. I might just fit them in. There's a long stud somewhere. Yeah, here we are. there's this long stud which goes right the way through. Get this in a shot. Yeah. I've just got to work out which end the long thread. I think the long bit goes at the top actually, but yeah, that basically goes up through there. Through there and the top, and that clamps it all as an internal thread. And there, that's where you adjust it. So you just tighten the bottom one up, pull it up, and then just adjust it on the top. So I just got to, I think the long thread probably does go at the top for adjustment, I would think. Yeah, must do. Yeah, so I might just pop that in, make sure that fits okay, but I'm not going to leave it in there because I've still got a lot of work to do on the frame. I've got to find an exhaust, and I've got to put a bracket on for that. I've got to do foot brake. It's going to need foot brake and foot rests. Yeah. Oh, and there's a little bracket I've got to weld on the when I get the foot brake. I need to work out the little stop bracket there. I need to figure that out, so, and weld a new little bracket on there. So yeah, a little bit more to do. Also got to get a centre stand. Yeah, once I've got my welding done, I can then get on with my painting, which by then hopefully the weather will have warmed up a little bit. So yeah, right, let's get this in, and just a quick test fit, and we'll have a look at it. There we are. Forks are in. They are a bit of a struggle because you have to sort of line everything up at the top here and knock these in. I haven't put the expander bolts in there, and I haven't tightened that right through the thread in here because it's all got to come it's all got to come off again anyway. So, but just to give an idea, bit of an impression what it's going to look like. Right, I'll notate that all a bit again. All good fun.